So today I wanted to talk to you guys about why your love spell didn't work, or why the love spell didn't work. Hey Melissa, hey. Hello, hello, hello. And feel free to share, comment your thoughts in the comments as I'm talking. We can also make this a Q&A if you like. So I want to talk about reasons why the love spell didn't work. So so a lot of what I tell you guys is because back in the day, before I knew better, there were things I used to do, things I used to try before I got further along on my spiritual journey and became wiser, and just life lessons and all of that, right? So a lot of what I tell you guys is through trial and error of things that I've been through, but also from things I see people doing, things that I see clients doing and things like that. So one of the first reasons why the love spell didn't work is point blank period. You tried to do it on a specific person, and that is not your person. Point blank period. So I do not recommend trying to do love spells on specific people, because if they are not willingly choosing you, if they cannot see that you're for them on their own, they're not for you. So one of the main reasons why the love spell didn't work is because you did it on someone specific, and they're not your person, at least not right now. Again, energy is always changing. I remember one time back in the day, before I knew better, I tried to do a love spell on someone specific, and looking back now, I'm so glad that it didn't work, and I knew they weren't I know now that they were clearly not my person, because I'm with my person now. But back then, I really wanted this person, and the candle literally exploded. And if that isn't my guides being like, girl, if you don't get it together, this is not for you. You know what I mean? So if you try to do it on someone specific and it didn't happen, they weren't your person. And I never recommend doing a love spell on someone specific anyway. One, because you can't mess with somebody's free will. And even if you did get them, it would be temporary. Because like I said, yet again, they didn't willingly choose you. Whatever reason they didn't want you in the first place is still a root issue there. So it's just going to resurface. Also, have enough self-value and self-love and self-worth that you are wanting someone who wants you back. Okay, I know that's a harsh message for some of you to hear, but some of you need to hear it, and you know I'm coming from love. So one of the first reasons, and share below from your own experiences or reasons why you think a love spell may not have worked. Please comment, let people know your thoughts as well. And if you have questions for me, you can ask. So one of the first reasons why your love spell didn't work, like I was saying, you tried to do it on someone specific and it didn't work out, and that's just simply because they were not your person. And so sometimes rejection is the universe protecting you from something that you may not understand at that time, but later on you will understand why. Another reason why the love spell may not have worked is because whether you did it just in general trying to manifest love or love options, or you tried to do it on someone specific, which I don't recommend. Another reason why it may not have worked is because you did it from a place of desperation, or loneliness, or fear, or trying to fill a void. So whenever you're trying to do a spell, if you're doing it from a low vibrational place, you're going to either attract lower vibrational people that just teach you a lesson all over again, and it doesn't give you the results that you are hoping for. So again, it could be temporary, or it could be that you just don't get your manifestation at all because you're not coming from a place of love or love vibration or even self-love when doing the spell within itself. So another reason why the love spell maybe didn't work is because you did it when you were feeling lonely, you did it when you were feeling sad or desperate or wanting to feel like the love is going to complete your life. You don't feel whole in your life as it is. Reasons like that are not going to get you the results that you want. So that could be another reason why the love spell didn't work. Let me go ahead and see what some of you are saying. Okay. Hey, Avril. Okay. Melissa said, I've never done a love spell to attract a specific person, but I have set intentions to cut cords with people. LOL. Yes, cutting cords is good too. Like, that's important. That's important to do. I put people on ice all the time. Hey, Rose. Okay, Rosie Marie. She said, years ago, I tried a love spell on someone specific. If anything, it brought self-love. And when that person then wanted me, I had so much self-love that I didn't even want them anymore. I love it. Yes. Sometimes, okay, that's going to bring me to another point. Sometimes you think it didn't work in that moment, but later on, like momentum, that's how the energy works. The momentum eventually catches up because you put it out to the universe. It may not have happened when you thought you wanted it, but sometimes years down the road or months or whenever, the person does come around. But by then, you don't want them anymore. So in a sense, it kind of feels like it didn't work, but it did. But either way, the universe was protecting you because by that time, you were already evolved and you saw and knew better than wanting that person back anyway, because you know, you just outgrew it or outgrew the connection. You had self-love. You saw the faults in that. You saw the lessons in it. And that's beautiful. And that's happened to me before too. So yeah, that's a story for another day. But yeah, that's another reason. Let me think of another why. Another reason why the love spell didn't work is because you don't actually have self-awareness and you don't actually know what you want. Like, you may think you know what you want and you're putting all these things down on writing out on your manifestation list or a vision board, or maybe you're doing your candle magic and you think you want all of these things, but you actually are lacking self-awareness in a sense and not knowing better, or like you're not knowing some of you're not getting really deep into certain things. And you're just kind of manifesting on a superficial level, right? Like, when I say superficial level, I mean like, I just want someone who loves me back, right? You say things like that. Or I just want someone who is consistent. But what if their consistency is consistently being inconsistent or consistently having these hot and cold patterns? They're being consistent in who they are, but you weren't specific in the sense of like the kind of consistency you wanted. You just said you wanted somebody consistent, right? And then you also just said you want somebody who loves you back. They may love you, but what if it's a toxic love? You know what I mean? What if they love you back, but they also have all of these other things going on that are not really positive? So for sometime, and if you don't really know what you want, how is the universe going to give it to you? Some of you may do a love spell. You're like, oh, I just want love. And you just do this love spell. I just want romance. I just want someone, I just want a partner. And you just put it out there and you're not clear with your self-awareness of who you really are now, what you truly need. Then the love spell didn't work because you don't know you. So and maybe you didn't love yourself. So in order to manifest that love and that loving vibration in a partner, you also have to love yourself and have self-awareness and self-worth, or you will manifest love, but that love will be, one of those loves that's meant to teach you difficult lessons. And it may even possibly be a toxic love or a karmic kind of a love that keeps showing you these things that are painful, because you're meant to be learning lessons and growing and evolving and getting to know you and why you keep whatever the wounds that connection is bringing out of you. You're meant to be seeing and healing those wounds so that you can then evolve and grow from it. So another reason the love spell didn't work is because you actually don't know who you are, what you want. You don't know why you have these certain triggers. You have not healed your past. You have not healed these previous wounds. Another reason the love spell didn't work is because you're doing it to fill a void in your life. I think that kind of ties into some of the things I said before. But if you're doing it to try and fill a void in your life, you're never gonna feel fulfilled. Like, even if that person does come in or someone does come in, because I do not recommend doing it on specific people. Even if somebody comes into your life, but you did it to try to fill a void, and you haven't, healed these old wounds or these old insecurities or these old emotional attachment issues that need working on, these traumas, then what's going to happen is you might have someone, but then you're going to constantly need their reassurance. You're going to constantly need their validation. You're going to constantly need to know, do you still love me? Do you still love me? Do you still love me? Do you still want a future? Things like that. And so you're not going to really feel happy and fulfilled in it if you try to do it to fill a void in your life. Instead, you know, it's best to make sure that you are feeling fully whole, fully self-aware, fully loved in your life as is, and then a partner can come in and complement that vibe, that energy, but not make you happy, because nobody can make you happy. You're happy or you're not. They can contribute to your happiness, but they cannot make you happy. So hopefully that makes sense. Hey, let me know your thoughts as well, or if you have questions for me. And so, in summary, those are the main reasons I can think of. Let me see if there's anything else that pops up. Oh, you don't actually believe it's going to happen is another reason that the love spell didn't work. So if you have some self-doubt, if you feel like, if part of you is feeling like, oh, it's not going to happen anyway, love never works out for me, I'm meant to be alone, thoughts like that are other reasons why the love spell may not work, because you're actually not believing it and you're putting that doubt out into the universe. Hi. And if you're just joining in, I will save this and put it up on YouTube as always. So when it comes to love spells, what I recommend, truth be told, is one, to do it for self-love, get to know you, work on your healing, work on your childhood wounds, work on your emotional traumas and heal, work on your triggers, look at the patterns you've been through or like common themes in past relationships so that you can learn these lessons, heal and grow and evolve, and then work on becoming the best version of you, to a place where you start to love your life as it is and you're not even looking for love. That's the best love spell there is, in terms is like for getting to know self and self-love. And loving your life. Maybe you want to do a love spell to like love your life, or manifesting a life that you love. And then people that match the vibe that you're naturally on will start to come into the picture. So if you're a healed version of you, you're going to manifest healed versions of people that are your mirror. If you're not a healed version of you, you're going to manifest people into your life that are wounds in your mirror in that way, and just mirror back those wounds, wounded people mirroring back to each other. So getting to a place to where you're not looking for love is really the best kind of vibration that you want to be in, or maybe love spell that you want to do for self-love, so that love will come to you, because you're already on this vibration of love, of loving yourself, of loving life, and then romance will just kind of come in divine timing that complements that. But you can also do a love spell, and I actually have on my YouTube channel, I talked about how I manifested my relationship. It's a very long video. It's really old now, so you may have to search for it. Like, you can even hop on YouTube and type in, I don't remember exactly how I worded it, but if you just put in like Psychic Goddess Erica, how I manifested my relationship, it should probably pop up. But if you are gonna do a love spell on someone, not on someone, don't recommend that. But if you are going to do a love spell to manifest someone openly, like meaning like letting the universe bring the person that's for you, I recommend, and that video will tell you more detail, I recommend doing a love spell to manifest like whoever is an ideal vibrational match for you, right? In terms of being clear about the kind of relationship you want and how it matches your life. You can be specific in the sense of like things like how they treat you, how they communicate, how they behave, what their beliefs are, things like that are important. I talk about that more in the video. But things such as like exactly how they look and like superficial things like that, I would kind of leave out. Like, I, for example, just said, I'm so thankful my romantic life partner, I'm attracted to on all levels, right? So if you're attracted to somebody on all levels, then the universe fills in the blank. You're not being too specific in terms of like little petty things, but when this person comes in, you're going to be attracted to them on all levels. So you let the universe do its work, but you still get a great manifestation. You know what I mean? Hopefully that makes sense. So you don't want to be too like silly specific. It's the best way I can put it, but you still want to be specific in terms of like the quality of the connection. And that video kind of goes into more as well. And there was another one I just thought of too. I also wanted to say that sometimes we think that the love spell didn't work, but it's still working, meaning it worked in the sense that the one that you did, it didn't work out, but that's because the universe is still delivering a love for you. It's just going to be an evolved love beyond what you were trying to manifest in that time, if that makes sense. So it didn't work, but it's actually still working. It's just that it's going to take more time for you to evolve into that level of love that you're truly manifesting. So that's another one. So also too, like when I say love spell, that could be really lots of things. That could be vision boards, that could be candle magic, that could be any kind of other intention work that you're trying to do to manifest love. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean when I say love spells, things like that. I never recommend paying anybody else to do spell work for you. I don't. I do know that there are some people out there that are true healers and that can help assist you in certain kind of like healing work and spells and root work, but I typically don't recommend paying other people to do your spell work for you, especially something as intimate as love. Like, that's something that you should trust yourself with and trust your spirit guides with, you know what I mean? So I don't ever do spell work for other people. I only worry about myself, you know? So have confidence in yourself in terms of getting what's for you and manifesting what's for you. Does anyone have any questions for me at this time? I'll open it up to Q&A. And if you just joined in, I will save this and put it up on YouTube. But I think that's all I've got. But yeah. All right, I think that's it. Well, it was good to chat with you guys. I know it's been a little while since I did a live, but I just recorded a pick a card today, so that should go up sometime later this week. Thank you to all of you who have been subscribing to my channel. Thank you for those of you who've been liking the videos and commenting. And thank you for those that have been tipping me by buying me coffees and also purchasing the Oracle decks I made and booking readings with me. Thank you so much. I love you all. And I will talk to you guys another time. Bye.